Alright, hello my friends. It is your boy here, Caution Crazy, and we got some new news before about 4.5 hours until the actual trailer drops. Um, Seems like some people were able to see it early and got some stills, so we're gonna kind of go over that today. Um, the Twitter or channels, whatever, that got them would be, and I'll link them in the description, and you'll see at the end. The two names there. But it's and you probably already saw James's video, and he shouted him out. But it's OECUF0 on Twitter, and then there is also in collab with Sugoya Light. You'll see it at the end too. I'll link both of them down in the description, so that way you can go ahead and follow them on Twitter. But I just wanted to go ahead and cover what I can today. So what I had to do here, since I'm not one of the big boys, and I don't get to just have the still sent to me. I only found one here of Rukia with no watermark or anything, and then everything else either I kind of edited just to make it look better, so you can just see the whole picture, or I just left it with the watermarks in the spots that they were in from the whole screen grab, and I'll link the direct tweet where I got these from down in the description as well, so you'll be able to see that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So first here we do have Rukia, and from what I remember, this is right before she's about to get attacked during the first invasion. A lot of these stills I don't remember specifically the scenes that they're from, but that's okay, because it's still new content and it's still new stuff to watch. So yeah, we got Rukia here, and next up here we do have Renji, and again I'm not too sure where this is from. So the quality, of course, is a little bit lower on the rest of these. It's going to be a lot lower than the quality of the Rukia one, because that one was just uploaded and there was no watermark or anything. Whereas these other ones, they were all kind of grouped together in one picture, and I just cut them and made them, full screen, so that way we can actually have them up. And then I just used Samsung to remaster the pictures, but it's Samsung's AI on a phone, so it's not really going to be like quality, but at the end of the day, it works, right? So we do have Renji here, and looking good. So one thing I do want to point out here is the shadowing is really good. The lighting and the shadowing is really good, and I have very high hopes for the actual anime itself. It looks like they're really taking their time with each scene. Now, of course, these are PVs, so it's hard to gauge what the actual anime is going to look like, just based off of the trailer. They want the trailer to look as good as possible. Like, they don't want to make the trailer look as bad as possible. So everything's going to look as good. It's going to be cherry picked. It's going to be, the best of the best, or even just made specifically for the trailer, but that's okay. I highly doubt that they're going to have a drastic difference between, the trailers here and what we'll actually get. Now, the scene-to-scene quality may not be, top tier for every single scene, because there's going to be a lot of fight scenes that are going to, need more time and energy devoted to those scenes. And then the other kind of, your B-roll scenes, your non-fight scenes are going to kind of take a backseat there in terms of, the attention that they're going to receive. But I think in full here, we're going to get something on par of the quality of this trailer here. And again, these pictures really don't do it justice, because I don't have, official screen grabs or anything. I did reach out to OECUF on Twitter, and if I do end up getting the screenshots from him, I will do an updated video here. It'll be a real quick, probably just like a short, like 30-second video, just showing off of each clip. But I wanted to actually talk about, each of the scenes here and just what we're looking at. So yeah, we got Renji there looking really good, and the lighting and the shading looking really good there. Yeah, Can't really complain too much about that. Next thing here, we do have the captain's meeting. One view of the captain's meeting here, and we got since again I don't have the official there's watermarks covering everything, but you got Swiphone in the back there. Right next to her, you got Unohana, Byakuya with his his new look, and then Shunsui. And as James pointed out, Shunsui's kimono, very detailed, and he wasn't really too sure. I do have I have a theory here. So because of the style that they're going with here with the anime, I do believe that it's going to be like a semi CGI. So most likely that is like almost like a prop put onto the character. So they won't have to go through and hand draw the design of the kimono every single time. They'll be able to just be like, all right, that's Kyoraku's kimono, and he's here. So they won't, and it will follow because it's going to be like just like a 3D model where the texture is overlaid over the object, and it'll follow him. So I kind of think that's how they're going to go with that, instead of having to hand draw this design every single time, especially because that would take a lot of time. I mean, they would probably have to have like 2 or 3 people just working on his kimono every single time he appears on the scene with it. So I highly doubt that's what's going to happen. But yeah. So again, with the watermarks, it's kind of hard to see, but there is you can see the light in the top right corner, and it's really good. The lighting is really good. I mean, it almost looks like, again, it's like a CG scene where it's like it's lit within the scene rather than it being drawn that way. It's almost as if there's an actual light in that scene there, and it's shining down and casting real shadows and highlights on the characters themselves. Alright, and then so the next scene that we have here would be the other side of the captain's meeting. We have Rose, Shinji, I believe Komamura, he's kind of cut off there, Kensei, Kenpachi, and Jushiro. And again here, not really much to say other than the lighting looks really good. Lighting and shadows looking really good, super crisp. Other than the fact that this is super compressed and cut down and not crisp, not a crisp screenshot, but you can tell just by looking at this that it's gonna be very crisp. Like, I mean, it's gonna be above the Fullbring arc. Like, and the Fullbring arc, of course, is like one of the best looking arcs. It's the last one that was released, and that one looked great. And speaking of the Fullbring arc, we actually do have another scene that kind of ties into that. Not ties into it, but let's go to it. So we have Bambita here. So this is our first look at a Stern Ritter. Very first look at a Stern Ritter. I don't even think that we've seen her. If I'm not mistaken, we haven't seen her animated at all. Not even by K-Lab. So, and I could be wrong. Could be wrong about that. I don't play Brave Souls too much, and I don't have all the characters, so not really too sure how many Stern Ritter are actually in the game. But yeah, not sure if this is actually a blade or not. I can't remember this scene. It does look like it's like a slash. You can see behind where the blade is. You can see that there's the streaks, the motion streaks behind the blade. So I'm not too sure. It looks like she may be swinging the blade down, and we're getting that after image of the blade actually swinging down, that motion blur basically. And she's also moving forward as this is going. But yeah, she's looking really good here. Again, lighting and shadows, top tier. Nice to see one of the Stern Ritters, for the very first time, and I can't wait until 9:30 tonight when I can actually watch the actual trailer and react to it as it's coming out. And as these are actually being animated, we'll actually be able to see the scene, even if it's just a clip of 5 seconds. It'll be great. Next thing that we do have here is another Stern Ritter. We got Basbee. His hair is a little more forward than I would have thought. I would have thought, it's more of a mohawk, so I would have think that it would be up, but hey, looks just fine. You might notice here that there's a little bit of like weird distortion here. There was a watermark there. I just kind of cleared that out to clean up the picture here. It doesn't look as great, but just wanted a clearer picture. And I'm going to, again, link everybody in the description, and on the last picture, you know, it'll have both of their names as well. So it's not like I'm trying to say that I got these myself or anything. I just want to have a cleaner picture for everybody to see. But yeah, Basbee's looking good. I'm not sure if those are his flames. I would assume that they're his flames. You know, he is Basbee. But I would have always thought that his flames would be red or orange. But kind of makes sense to make them blue. I believe blue is the hottest flame, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, Basbee, one of the most powerful fire type users in Bleach. And a nice contrast to his hair as well, right? Because his hair is pink-orange, or pink-red, and the flames are a nice contrast to that, so it's not just like, oh yeah, here's the red-haired character, and he's coming with his red flames. Or, you know, basically, same thing. Yeah, so it's looking good. Again, I mean, I'll just keep saying it, but the lighting and the shadows just look great. Again, it just looks like these scenes, they're actually emitting light in the scene itself. Like, it's almost like this is a 3D scene, but it's a 2D character, but in a 3D scene. And then in the background, there's lighting elements, and those lighting elements are actually reflecting onto the scene itself, rather than them being animated like that, or drawn like that. I could be wrong. I don't know what the process is of making an anime, so maybe it's not as simple as that, but this is what it looks like. And if that's what it looks like, I mean, you know, even more credit due to the animators for making it look so realistic, how the lighting just comes down, and yeah, it's just really good. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Next up we have here is Hashwalt. This one I did like how the my remaster turned out. It came out pretty good when I did it. It was pretty blurry, but then it was same with the Renji one, where these two are really good. I think because they're close-up scenes, the AI had a better time at being able to smooth out all the noise and flatten the lines and do the anti-aliasing and everything. But yeah, Hashwalt looking good here. Same thing here with all of the shadows and the lighting. It's just, I'm just gonna keep saying it, but it just looks amazing. Looks fantastic, and just can't wait to see it. We got 2 more scenes to go through here. We got Yua, or Yuach. Still not too sure how to say his name, but Yuha Baha, or Yuha Bach. There are so many ways to say this man's name. I guess we will only really know when the anime comes out. But I'm just gonna call him Yua. It just makes it easier. Or yeah, we'll just call him Yua. It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't, because yeah, there's a quick scene. There's not really much to show. Again, there was a watermark up in the top left. I just went ahead and removed that. That was super easy because it was in the black area. So like, even if there was some distortion, whatever, it was black, so you can't really see it. Same thing here. The quality of the still is not the greatest. I did what I could, but it is what it is. I'm gonna say the same thing here, but lighting and shadows look really good here. I do like how the highlights are on the edge of his hair. Right, it kind of gives that outline. It's like a contrast of, normally you would have like a black outline, but because he's got black hair, that they did a really good job here, having that light coming down from the bottom left and shining up to the top right, and having you know, having it below him. It kind of paints him as this angelic figure, which he's supposed to be like a messiah basically, and yeah, it just looks really good. Looks really good. Can't wait to see this scene actually animated. And we got one more here to go through, and that is going to be Ichigo here. So, and then you'll see here Sugo Eyelight. Don't know really how to pronounce this guy's name. And OECUF. These are the 2 people. They collab with each other from what I've seen, and they're the ones that brought us these PV stills. So definitely go ahead and follow them on Twitter. I did reach out to OECUF, as I said, and if he does have a YouTube channel, I will go ahead and link that in the description, so that way you can go ahead and subscribe to him as well. But yeah, so this scene here is obviously Ichigo, and this is, I believe, the only other scene that I really recognize, and this is when he arrives from, I believe, Waco Mundo, and Byakuya has just gotten beaten down, and he tells Ichigo to, he asks him, he's like, please protect the Soul Society, and Ichigo's just like, he's just not having it. He's like straight up not having a good time right now. You could see the wrinkles in his nose, and like, man, I mean, again, the quality of this still does not do it justice, but like you can see all the wrinkles. Like there is so much emotion going on in his face right now, and this is basically exactly how I expected it to look in the anime. Um, and it's just looking great. Not too much shadows and lighting here going on. So I mean there is. You can still see it. You can see in his nose here and right under his eyes that there is some lighting and some shadows here. And you can see in the top left that there is a light in the background there, and it's kind of shining through and lighting up the top of his hair. Whereas the underside of his hair is shadowed, and as well as like right by his ear, you can see that it's shadowed there, and then around his neck. It just looks really good. The shadowing, again, I don't know how many times I'm about to say it, but the lighting and the shadowing is just really good. This is going to be one of the best looking anime to come out in the past couple of years, especially because this is going to be a long running anime. Sure, it's easy to do very high quality and bombastic, no pun intended, um, animation for a short run series like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Where it's just crazy over the top animation, but like they only have to worry about making 13, 26 episodes, and that's probably about it. I mean, it may go on longer, but that's neither here nor there. Whereas with Bleach, it is confirmed that it's going to be a long running series. I mean, they licensed the website for 10 years, so they're going to be doing Bleach for a long time. I'm not saying that Thousand Year Blood War is going to last 10 years. I'm just saying that they're going to be doing Bleach for a long time. So they're going to want to keep a consistent art style. They're going to set this up, and then going forward, we'll probably see, the light novels animated in this art style. We'll see the No Breath from Hell manga, which is going to be the last arc of Bleach, if Kubo decides to continue doing that. But yeah, this is going to be a 20-minute video. It's already 18 minutes, so I just wanted to. I always do this. I always make videos, and they're supposed to be really short, and they end up being really long, and it just is what it is. But I don't know. I can't help it. We're talking about Bleach, and of course I'm going to keep talking about Bleach. So, but yeah, make sure you go follow Sugoi Light and OECUF on Twitter. I'll link them in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this. Like and comment on the video. Let me know what you're most excited for to see in this PV tonight. I know it's kind of spoiled for the most part, but let me know what you're most excited to see. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe because I have more content coming. I will be streaming that event tonight, and I also have a project that I'm working on. I'm not going to give away what that is, but it is a Bleach-related project, and it's going to be one of my biggest and most in-depth videos that I've ever made on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, so that way you can see as soon as when that comes out. And yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and stay tuned for that stream tonight.